So here's another quick update. I got my panel back up. These wires that are hanging out through here are actually for my flap gauge here. I have to get the program and learn how to use that. That's the one my father gave me. I got all my instrument lights, my landing gear, and all these all working again and assigned. I'm still messing with my FS expand on this screen to get it to fit. You know, when you're looking from this side, it's not bad. Looking straight on, it's okay. That screen's really dark. I messed with it and tried to get it to go brighter, but it's not. I think it's probably on its last leg and probably gonna die. This screen is working, and as you can see, when I come up to my MCP, you know, change my gear, and I can do that. My altitude for the autopilot. What I also did was right here for my light test, I actually hooked this up to be my backlights, as you can see. So I got my backlight. I have to work on my landing gear backlight for whatever reason. It's not bright, not showing good at all. Things I'm still working on. Let me turn on the light here. Still have to get all of these hooked up to the wires and hooked up into the board that's behind my glare shield. So I can, and then I have to assign those. As you can see, I've got my switches that my dad gave me, or the covers, the knobs. There, I have the knob here. I have to buy switches, of course, as you can see, these two, and the two that go on the upper and lower DU panel there. I have my throttle quadrant here. The only thing that I had a gentleman help me out, and if he watches this, I forget your name, but I really do appreciate it. In fact, I'm going to email him again. The only thing I can't figure out right now is I can't get my flaps to work, but I can get my throttle, reverse thrust, spoiler, parking brake all working. The program he gave me does not work the motors, because this is a motorized one, but you know, honestly, I'd rather just have it working and not worry about the motors. I have another gentleman, his name's Chris, and he's going to be getting me the program that I really need come like September, October, when it cools down where he is, because his program's in the garage. So I can at least fly. And the flaps I'm not really too worried about, because as on my control yoke I have my button here that actually does my flaps there. I've got my control yokes. The screen didn't fit. I actually wanted to put it in here, but it's higher than I thought it was, so I don't get to put it in here like I actually wanted to. I still have to put up my panel that goes over here that holds my master caution. Same thing over there. I have to, everything has been adjusted. I have to actually cut this piece over here. It's not in. I actually have to bolt this side of the panel down. Little things still to work on it, but I can actually fly now. I'm still working on my computer for this, and I got to drop the monitor here because it comes up too high. So when I put the panel on it, it actually bubbles, and I have problems getting it screwed on there. Something else I still have to do, I still have to put a good base on this, because let me get the camera down here. As you can see, I just got it on a couple 2x4s, and it's really wobbly right now, which is also part of the cockpit, because the cockpit's actually in my garage, as I'll show you, and it's actually kind of in a slant. You know, as you can see, there's my garage door with all my junk around here. My wife's doll houses, my kids' toys are out here. Of course, it's really cold here right now, so I have this heater, and I actually have a heater over on the co-pilot chair. But this is actually what it looks like. I gotta bolt down the seats still. I have braces for those, and I still got to put the control yoke in for the co-pilot. But this is where I am. And I still have to put up the felt that I'm going to put up here and color that bar, and that bar. Down the road, I do plan on getting a projector to put up on top and use a projector. As I said in other videos, you know, I just don't have the money between bills and kids. You know, I'm working on a really limited budget. The little things, or actually I shouldn't say little, the big things that I have, MCP, my panel, the panels that go on my main panel, my flap gauge, and in fact my pedals. One of these control yokes my dad has given me or bought for me. He's really helped me out because he comes over probably at least once a week to I barbecue and have him and my mom over, and he wants to fly out here too. He helped me get the throttle quadrant also. I paid a little bit, he paid most of it. So I mean, these are things that he's really helping me with. I was gonna put just a panel going up and covering the hole. He told me to leave it alone because down the road he wants to buy me a couple more of the panels, like the APU panel, the fuel switch, you know, some of those panels. So I'm gonna just leave that empty for right now. When I do get it filled, I have blue Christmas lights I'm gonna use for backlighting on that. But as you can see, it is coming along. You know, my dad has helped me tremendously. Brandon has helped me tremendously from the very beginning. And Brandon, I really do appreciate it. All your help is really, I mean, I can't even tell you how happy I am to have you help me. And I wish I can remember the guy that gave me the program for the throttle. I really do appreciate it. It was getting to the point where I almost broke down and just sold the throttle and at least wanted to try to recoup what money I spent putting into it and seeing about getting something else. Chris from Vegas, you know, I really appreciate your help. I still, you know, if you see this, I really want your program too. Because you got the program I really do need. So, you know, I'm looking forward to getting that. Down the road, like I said, I actually made this landing gear lever, and down the road I do plan on buying a new one, an actual real one. Like I said, again, you know, money's tight. Don't know what's going on day to day with stuff. With my mom, with my wife's work, and my job isn't bad, but you know, last year I got hours cut, so, and it looks like I'm getting hours cut again because I work in the law enforcement part of the community. But this is what it looks like. You know, it's coming along. The flap gauge, if anybody knows how to program the flap gauge is from Open Cockpits. I know it uses I think it's an SCIOC program or something. I have no idea how to do that stuff, so if anybody sees this and knows what the program is, how to use it, please contact me. I really would appreciate it. You know, but this whole panel, like I said before, I made myself. Down the road, if you know things turn around and I get the money, I am really going to probably buy a pole dragonette panel and redo this whole thing. I'll keep the shell, but I'll, you know, the whole front of it, end of it's going to be redone. So thank you for checking out my videos, and I'll see you later.